Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to start using overcut. So first thing, of course, go to overcut.ai and click on Get Started or Login. And after a very short sign up process, you will get your own workspace. And this is going to be the first page you will see with an onboarding process, very quick onboarding process. You will need to choose what type of provider you want to connect to, one or more, GitHub, Jira, Bitbucket, GitLab, Azure DevOps, and combination of them. In this case, I'm connected to our GitHub organization. Next would be to choose the repository in that organization. I'm connected to a repository called Awesome Overcut. Next would be to choose what playbooks or what type of built-in use cases you want to use, but of course you can customize it and use your own. I will choose all of them: automated ticket triage, code review, generate technical design proposals, auto docs update on merge, auto root cause analysis, auto change log reminder. I will just click on continue and we are ready. We have three ways to trigger overcut. First would be to use @overcut and mention overcut on any ticket or pull request and ask it to do anything you want. The second option would be to open the playground and manually run use cases, and we'll see that in a second. And the most important one is to actually automatically trigger it based on the rules that we will define, and let's see that. So we got those use cases. Of course, we can use custom ones or we can customize them. Let's have a look on the code review, for example. It's just a workflow, a use case with 4 steps. First one would be the trigger. I want to trigger the workflow, the use case on each new pull request that is opened, or if the user uses the / command review. First thing we do after the trigger is to clone the repository based on the context of the pull request. And then two-step review process. First is to prepare the review plan. We can see the simple prompt here. You're acting as a code review planner. Your task is to generate a list of specific items and give us the output. And the second one would be a more interactive session with multiple agents. So you can use either like workflow engineering to build your workflow and steps, or you can use a sophisticated prompt engineering with a coordinator and sub agent. In this case, you are a coordinator agent in an ongoing code review. You are starting with a predefined list of review items, delegate each item for a detailed review to the code reviewer agent, and so on. So this is a playbook that's available for you out of the box, but you can customize it. In this case, we have the technical writer, the code reviewer, and the senior developer joining this process. Just another example. Let's have a look on Autodoc update on merge. It's really nice because we are doing multi-repo here. Every time the condition here, every time a pull request is merged into main, meaning we get changes on our product, you can do it on maybe earlier stages or branches. Clone the source repository, clone the docs repository, review all the changes, customer-facing changes, and generate a pull request on the docs. So you can actually automate a lot of the things that you are doing manually. Technical writing, documentation for like spec design, technical detail design, triage for tickets, actually creating PR, analyzing root cause analysis on new issues, and so on. So let's see it in action. Let's actually go to the repository we are connected to. We are connected to this awesome overcut repository. And we have a few examples here that were made by overcut. So first one, we have a pull request that was created actually by application and not a product of us. But what happened is that overcut got the trigger. Hey, I received your pull request. Give us even a link back to a log where we see all the steps in detail, but more importantly, we can actually see the details of the code review with all the information, inline comments, specific highlights of code, relevant code, and a lot of other stuff. Cool. I can actually, if I want, by the way, reply here to overcut and say, overcut, I accept your changes or feedback. Please send a new commit with the changes. Of course, maybe this is too dramatic or drastic, but you can actually do it even per comment. You can reply, you can have a conversation. It will listen to those triggers, and Overcut will always be able to answer you within the context. Some other example, if we look on the issues, we can see that there are a few issues here. Some of them were actually created by Overcut, but more importantly, when the ticket was created, Overcut also triggered, in this case, the triage, automatic triage. He reviewed the ticket, he reviewed the details, and did whatever we told him to do in the triage and so on. So this is really the basic. I promised to show you the playground. If you go here, you can actually choose any use case you want, interactive mention, choose a repository, and I don't know, look for any updates needed on the README file. Basically what will happen, once again, Overcut will trigger this, and we can also actually see the logs. If I will look on, click on view execution, or just go to execution and look on the list, we can see what Overcut is doing and how it's working. In this case, we have a 3-steps process: identify repositories. In our simple example where the code and the issues are on a single repository, of course it's easy, but think of a scenario where the code is on GitHub and the tickets are on Jira, and you have multiple GitHub repositories. You want to understand which repositories to clone. So we have a built-in step for that, very smart way to teach him and train him how to find it. And then git clone, and then the agent session starting. In this case, we just ask him to look for updates needed in the README. So we see that the orchestrator delegated the task to the software developer, senior developer, which start to run the tools and all the processes based on the configuration we give them. Cool. That is a very quick high level of what is Overcut and how to start using it. Keep following for more videos like this and enjoy using Overcut.